Good morning, dear students. I welcome you to the National University online class. During this pandemic, I feel proud to be the part of this National University online class lecture as a resource person. Please maintain the health rules. So today's our subject is English. Program is B Honors first year, course code 211101. Name of course English reading skills. And today's lecture number 4. And title is Voice Change, the Rest Part and Vocabulary Learning. And here I am Khandagar Mushir Rahman with you, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Gaibandha Government College, Gaibandha. I hope you attended my previous lectures. So today's topic is recapping, checking the previous home task, some exceptions or peculiarities in voice, how to enrich your vocabulary, items that help improving your vocabulary, and the class will be ended up giving you a home task. So I think you have attended the previous lectures and you are very well today to take the class. Can you recall the last class? I mean lecture number 3, the previous one, what we learned in that class? That is a part of recapping actually. I told you recapping is a part of learning. So you should try to remember or recall the last class. In the last class, we talked about transformation actually. Change of sentence from simple, complex, compound, or compound, complex. 4 types of sentences we saw over there. And we also talked about difference between phrase, idiom, and clause. Can you remember now? I think you should remember. And we also talked about degree, change of degrees, positive, comparative, and superlative degree. And I showed you some examples. And finally, I talked about change of voice. We learned that there are mainly 2 types of voice, active and passive. Other 2 types are not so important, less used. Middle voice or quasi-passive voice, mainly active and passive. But we also learned about middle voice, what is middle voice and what is quasi-passive voice, though these voices are less used. But I could not finish all the things, items of voice. I told you voice change is a large subject. There are a lot of exceptionals. That's why I could not finish that day. So today's class will be started with some exceptions or peculiarities of voice change and how to enrich your vocabulary and items that help improving your vocabulary. Okay, so let's see. Some exceptions or peculiarities in voice change. Passive voice with different prepositions. You know, usually we use by with the verb in passive voice, but there are some verbs, they don't take by preposition, but different prepositions they take. Look at these examples. I have given some examples. There are some others you can learn from any good grammar book, but here are some examples. I know the man. The man is known to me. You see, the man is known to me. Not by me. Not known by, it's known to. That is, you should take care. His conduct shocked me. Shocked, take at. I was shocked at his conduct. So the voice change, you know the simple rules actually. Subject is object, object takes the place of subject, and the main verb is past participle known, and according to the tense, this is present simple tense, I know the man, so present continuous tense helping verb am, is, or is here. The man is known to me, not by. That is the exceptions. I was shocked at his conduct. This is his conduct shocked me, this past simple tense. So the helping verb of past continuous tense is used in passive voice. I was shocked, not by. The verb shocked, take at after it, not by. So this is the exception you should remember. Light filled the room. This is another past simple tense or past indefinite tense. The room was filled with light, not filled by. Have you got it? So these are the exceptional. You should take care of the student of English department. You should not do mistakes in this type of voice change. Our manners pleased us very much. Passive voice, you see, we were very much pleased with, not pleased by her manners. And the last one, the novels of Tolstoy interest me. The novels of Tolstoy interest me. This is present simple tense, so passive voice would take the helping verb of present continuous tense. I am interested in, not by. I am interested in the novels of Tolstoy, not by the novels of Tolstoy. I think you have got these exceptionals. There are some others you can learn from any good grammar books. Let us see some other voice change. Passive voice of complex sentence. How can we change the voice of complex sentence? We hope that we shall finish the work in time. You know, in complex sentence, there is one main clause and another one subordinate clause that we talked about the previous class. So we hope that we shall finish the work in time. In this sentence, there is one main clause, we hope. And the subordinate clause is that we shall finish the work in time. So this is complex sentence. If the two main clauses, I mean main clause contains transitive verb and the subordinate clause also contains transitive verb, transitive verb with object. In that case, both of the clauses would be changed. I mean active to passive. Here we hope the subordinate clause is an object here. So this hope is a transitive verb. So this should be changed in passive voice. That we shall finish the work. Here is an object. So finish is another verb, transitive. So this verb should be changed in passive voice. The passive voice is, it is hoped that. We hope, passive sense is, it is hoped that. Introductory, you have to take to make it passive. It is hoped that the work will be finished in time. So it is hoped that, this is the voice of we hope, and the work will be finished. You see, we shall finish the work. This future simple tense. The work will be is the helping verb of future continuous tense. The work will be finished in time. So both of the clauses have been changed into passive. Look at the next one. I cannot depend on what he says. I cannot depend on, this is the main clause. What he says is the subordinate clause. So both of these clauses should be changed. What is said by him cannot be depended on by me. What is said by him cannot be depended on by me. So this is what he says is present simple tense. The voice changes with the continuous tense, helping verb of continuous tense. What is said by him, I cannot depend on, cannot be depended on by me. So I cannot depend on this verb is a transitive verb. And what is the object of this verb? The whole clause, what he says, that is the object of this verb. So this object, this clause would take the position of subject. What is said by him cannot be depended on by me. Have you got it? If you cannot understand, ask me later on. I'll give you a time to ask questions. We should remember which slide, on which slide, slide number 3, 4, or this slide number, sir, I could not understand this point. So I'll try to give your answer at the end of the class. Active voice, look at this one. We must endure what we cannot cure. That is another complex sentence. We must endure. Endure means tolerate. We must endure what we cannot cure. The answer is what cannot be cured must be endured. So both of the parts have been changed into passive. We must endure, this is the verb endure, this is the object of this verb endure. What cannot be cured? So what cannot cure, this is another, subordinate clause. This clause voice changes what cannot be cured. You know, cannot, can, could, shall, should, may, might take the word be to be passive. So what cannot be cured, this is the position of the subject now, must be endured. By us is not necessary here. Active, we know that the earth is round. Look at this sentence, it's a bit different, though it's complex sentence, but look at this, the earth is round. In this subordinate clause, the earth is round. In this subordinate clause, this verb is passive. Yeah, intransitive verb, you know. So intransitive verb has no voice change. That's why this part would remain unchanged in passive voice. So we know the voice change of we know is it is known to us. Introductory, we have to take introductory. It is known to us that the earth is round. You know, this is universal truth. But the question is, the point is, grammatical point is, the verb is intransitive. Though this is complex sentence, this is subordinate clause, but the verb is intransitive. That's why there is no voice change of this part. Is it clear? Now look at some other examples. It is very important. Sometimes we do these mistakes. Look at these examples. They propose to hold a meeting. Active voice. What is the point here to remember? Double passives in a simple sentence or in one clause should be avoided. Try to understand. Double passives in a simple sentence or in one clause should be avoided. If you look at the examples, it will be clear, I think. They propose to hold a meeting. This is active voice. To make it passive, you see there is one verb, they proposed, and this infinitive. Now, if you change the verb and also the infinitive into passive, it will be incorrect one. Double passive. This is a simple sentence, so you should not make double passive. Look at the incorrect answer. A meeting was proposed. They proposed a meeting. A meeting was proposed to be held. Infinitive voice sense, we use be after to be held by them. This is incorrect actually. If we change voice of these two verbs, I mean main verb and infinitive, so double passive is incorrect in a simple sentence. This is a simple sentence. They proposed because there's only one main verb and this is not main verb, it's infinitive. That's why this is simple sentence. Only one verb should be changed into passive. Look at the correct answer. It was proposed by them to hold a meeting. That's correct answer. Or you can change in another way. It was proposed by them that a meeting should be held. That may also do. You can write like this way. But if you want to make it simple like that, the same sentence, it was proposed, you should change only the voices of proposed. It was proposed by them to hold a meeting. That is the correct answer. Look at the another sentence. The judge ordered to hang the culprit. Again, one main verb is ordered, to hang is infinitive. If you change both of the things into passive, I mean main verb and infinitive, that would be incorrect. Look at the incorrect answer. The culprit was ordered to be hanged by the judge. You see, this is incorrect because the judge himself will not hang the culprit. The judge only ordered. So if you change the voice of the two parts, I mean main verb and infinitive, then it will be incorrect because this is a simple sentence again. You should not change both of the things into passive. You should change only the main verb into passive. The judge ordered the culprit to be hanged. That is the correct answer. The judge ordered the culprit to be hanged. Have you got it? Some peculiarities in voice. One should keep one's promise. Exceptional, I mean different types of voice change actually. These are, there are so many. I have picked up some for you. You can learn from any good grammar books. There are some other examples like these peculiar voice change. One should keep one's promise. It's not like that one's promise should be kept by one. The answer is like that, as it is. A promise should be kept by one omitted. That is the correct answer. A promise should be kept. That's the good English. But if you should not write one's promise should be kept by one, that's not actually good, or that is not used in English. Someone has stolen my purse. My purse has been stolen by someone. It's not necessary here. Who knows who is someone? So my purse has been stolen. That is the used English. The Romans did not build Rome in a day. Rome was not built in a day by the Romans. Omitted. It's not necessary here. So these are the, I mean, used English. By the Romans is not used here. People believe that you know. People believe. That means it is supposed. With the voice changes, it is supposed that you know. By the people omitted here. But look at this sentence, last one. He likes people to obey him. He likes people to obey him. That means he likes to be obeyed by the people. He likes to be obeyed by people. By whom? That you should mention over here. He likes to be obeyed by whom? Hmm? Have you got it? Now we will learn about vocabulary. You know, I told you in the other class, vocabulary is an important part to improve your reading skills. If you have a good vocabulary, rich vocabulary, vocabulary means the word stocks that you know, how many words you know. If you have a rich vocabulary, then you will not hesitate to read English. You will not feel any discomfort to read English. That is one problem with our students. They don't like to read English because they cannot understand by reading a text. What is the main reason? Because they don't know the word meanings. That's why here are some tips to improve your vocabulary. What you can do to enrich or improve your vocabulary. Here are some 14 tips that you should follow to improve your vocabulary, vocabs. Now you see what you can do. Read English every day. As a student of English, I mean, literature and language, you are learning both literature and language. That's why if you want to improve your vocabulary, you have to read English every day, at least one page. You should not go a day without reading English. Number two, learn new words every day. Try to learn new words, some new words every day. Use new words. I mean, the words you are learning, a word immediately after you learn it. Use a word immediately after you learn it. How can you use? You can make sentence with the word, or if you converse with someone in English, you can use the words in your conversation. So you have to use the word that you learn every day. Learn the roots of the words. You know there is prefix, suffix, and there are root words. I mean, you should know the roots of the words also. That will help you to remember the words. Use a thesaurus. It's one kind of dictionary, synonymous. There are a lot of synonymous words in this dictionary. So if you want to use synonymous words, I mean different type of words, then you can use this dictionary, thesaurus. You should keep a thesaurus dictionary beside you. Develop practical vocabulary. Practical vocabulary means everyday language. Practical vocabulary means everyday language. In our day-to-day life, everyday life, practical life, what type of words we use, that you should learn. Look up words you don't know when you are reading any text or newspaper. If you find any unknown word, try to look up the word meaning in the dictionary. Keep a journal. That means you should have the habit of reading journal newspapers. You should keep a journal. Make use of games and apps. You can also use play games to improve your vocabulary. There are some apps addressed here. Duolingo, Memorize, or QuizUp are some famous vocabulary-centric apps that you can download and practice to improve your vocabulary. Engage in conversations. That's very important because as a student of English, you are learning English, but if you cannot speak in English, that's actually it's not good, it's not fair, it's shocking. So if you don't speak, you will not learn speaking. So the words you are learning every day, you should keep in engage yourself in conversations. If you engage yourself in conversations, you can use those words in speaking with others, and that will help you to enrich your vocabulary, of course. Keep a personal dictionary. You should keep a personal dictionary means you should keep a diary or notebook. The new words you are learning every day, you should write it down in your, I mean, a personal diary that would work as a dictionary. At the end of the day or at the end of the month, you see how many words you have learned. Analyze vocabulary in context. You should try to know the meaning of the words in context. You may learn the meaning of a word separately, but how the word is used in text, that you should observe when you are reading a text. You should look at the meaning of the words in the context. Stay motivated. You must have interest to learn new things, I mean new words. If you have no interest to learn new words, you will not find interest to, you will lose interest to read English. So you should stay motivated and feel interest to read English always. And last but not least, number 14, set goals. You should set a goals. That means how many words you want to learn in a month or in a week or in a day. That you set a goals, and that will work to improve your vocabulary at least. If you decide that I will learn 100 words or 50 words or 25 words in a week. So after at the end of the week, you check how many you have learned. So in this way, you can improve your vocabulary. So these are the steps you should follow. Now look at some items. Grammatical items, essential for mastering both vocabulary building and spelling. That is very important. So you see, Items essential for mastering both vocabulary building and spelling. Homophone, homonym, and homograph. Do you know these things? What is homophone, homonym, and homograph? Look at the answers. Homophones are pairs of words that sound the same but have distinct different meanings and different spellings. Distinctly different meanings and different spellings. Homophones are pairs of words that sound the same but sound the same. I mean, pronunciation is same but have distinctly different, clearly different meanings and different spellings. For example, see, to look, see means to look, but this C means a large water body. Have you got it? C, same sound, same pronunciation, but spelling is different, and meaning is also different. This C means to look, this C means a large water body. This pair of what is called homophones. Now, what is homonyms? Look at this. Homonyms are words with the same spelling and pronunciation, but different meanings. Have you got it? Homonyms are words with the same spelling and pronunciation. Sound is same, sound is same and spelling is also same, but different meanings, which means they are simultaneously homographs and homophones. Take, for example, the word band. You know the word band? What is band meaning? Band meaning a group. Sometimes band music. Band is a group. And band is another one, meaning is a ring, band. The girls use band to tie their hair, you know, band. So the word is same, but it has different meaning. You can also talk about the word cook. You know cook? Look at the sentence. If you think the sentence, my mother is a good cook. In this sentence, cook means what? My mother is a good cook means my mother can cook. But look at another sentence. My mother can cook delicious food. So cook is noun. When you say my mother is a good cook, here cook is noun. But when you say my mother can cook delicious food, here cook is verb. So different meaning, same word, different meaning. That is homonyms. I think you have got. In the dictionary, if you look up, you try to find out this type of words. Now, what is homographs? You see, homographs are words which are spelled the same but have different meanings and are not necessarily pronounced the same. One example is the word bow, which has several meanings pronounced two different ways. So B-O-W is a word. It has two different pronunciation and two different meaning. Spelling is same, but sound is not same. Try to remember, homographs means same word, but pronunciation is different. Same spelling, but pronunciation and sound is different. If you pronounce the word B-O-W, bow, it is a weapon for shooting arrows. You know, bow. B-O-W, bow. Bow is a weapon for shooting arrows. But if you sound this word bow, B-O-W, bow, it means to bend at the waist, to bend your body. So B-O-W is an example of homograph. Homograph means same word, different sound, different meaning. If you say bow, it is a weapon for shooting arrows. If you say bow, it means to bend the waist. So from the dictionary, you have to learn this type of words that will help you to improve your vocabulary. This homophone, homonym, and homograph. If you learn more homophones and homonyms and homographs and try to use those homophones in sentences. Here are some examples. You see some common pairs, homophone pairs used in a sentence. When you learn a homophone, you try to use them in sentences. That will help you to improve your vocabulary. If you don't use a word, you will forget the word. That's why to keep in memory, you must use the word, at least in sentence, if not possible in conversation. Some common homophone pairs used in a sentence. Look at this, brake, brake, very familiar word. When teaching my daughter how to drive, I told her if she did not hit the brake in time, she would break the car's side mirror. You know, brake, I told her if she did not hit the brake, is the noun, is a part of the cycle, bicycle. If she did not hit the brake, B-R-A-K, brake, in time, she would break, B-R-A-K, break, is to crash. It is a verb. This brake is noun, this brake is verb. So the brake, brake, pronunciation is same, but spelling is different and meaning is also different. This is homophone. Sell, sell. Another example. If you sell drugs, you will get arrested and end up in a prison cell. Have you got it? So the drug sellers, about the drug sellers, you know, drug. is ruining our society. So this is a good example of sentence. You see, sell. If you sell drugs, you will get arrested and end up in a prison cell. So this sell means to give something to someone in exchange of money. That is sell. And this cell means it's a room, it's a place, room, prison cell. Die. There is two words, die. You know, if you accidentally drink a bottle of fabric dye, you might die. So you know the meaning, die means pass away, to leave this earth forever. And this dye means color, and substance that we use to color our fabric. Fabric means cloth or dress, cloths. If you accidentally drink a bottle of fabric dye, you might die. So we like this sentence. You should, when you learn a pair of words homophone, you should try to make sentence like this. Heel. If the heel breaks on your shoe, you might fall. However, your injuries will heal over time. So heel, this H-E-E-L, heel means it's a part of your feet, I mean foot, and heal means to get recovered, to be cured, H-E-L, heal. Have you got it? Right, these two familiar words, you know, of course, the meaning. There is no right way to write a great novel. So there is no right way, means exact way, 100% correct way to write a great novel. Now let us see some more items. Frequently confused homophones. There are some homophones we are confused with. So we are running out of time. Okay, so we have 10 minutes to go. Let us some more slides. Look at this one. Accept. Accept is a verb that means to take or receive. Accept is used as a preposition or conjunction to mean but or exclude. Have you got it? Accept is verb, accept is preposition. Different meaning. Affect is verb, effect is noun. Affect is a verb and indicates influence, and effect is a noun and is the result. It is the result of an action or change. Compliment. This compliment to praise someone. Look at the meaning. Compliment means to say something nice about someone or something, but this compliment means a part of a sentence that completes the meaning of a intransitive, I mean be verb, amizar, means something that enhances or completes something, this compliment. So different meaning. Then. So this then is adverb, this then is preposition, sometimes conjunction. This then is conjunction. Then is a versatile word used as an adverb, noun, adjective to show the order of how things happen. Then, then is a subordinating conjunction you can use to make comparisons. In comparative, is taller than I, like that. To, it can be preposition or infinitive when used with a verb. To is an adverb or a synonym for also. Your. This your is a contraction for you are. Your is a possessive adjective. So have you got the differences? Now look at this, some other items that help you to improve your vocabulary actually. So these are the items. Abbreviations. An abbreviation is a shortened or contracted form of a word or phrase used to represent the whole, as DR for doctor, US for United States, LB for pound. Acronym is what? An abbreviation. Acronym is also an abbreviation consisting of initial letters. I mean the beginning letters of a word and pronounced just like a word. Look at these examples. NATO. We don't say NATO, we say NATO. It sounds like a word. ASAP, as soon as possible. A radar. We read like a word, radar. We don't say RADAR. We say radar. So the abbreviations that sounds like what, those are acronyms. Radar means radio detecting and ranging. Scuba, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. What is initialism? I think this is a new item to you. You know already by this time. Initialism is also an abbreviation consisting of initial letters pronounced separately. The meaning is that acronym pronounced like a word, but initialism, we pronounce the word separately. FBI separately. BBC. FBI means Federal Bureau of Investigation. BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. BTW, by the way. So these are the abbreviations. Acronym is also abbreviation where the word sounds like a word. The pronunciation sounds like a word. Initialism is also an abbreviation where we say each letter separately. Now look at written and verbal communication often includes these abbreviations. In our everyday life, we see this type of abbreviations. I will run these slides quickly to cover up the time. These are very common, you know already. Approx is for approximately, apt means appointment, apt means apartment, ASAP means as soon as possible, BYOB, bio means bring your own bottle, used for parties where guests are expected to bring their own drinks, or restaurants that don't sell alcohol. This is actually in English countries. CO, care of, used when sending mail to someone who's not at their usual address. Debt means department. Some more. DIY, do it yourself. Is established. ETA means estimated time of arrival. VS means versus. Miscellaneous means etc. Miscellaneous, this word, you should know the spelling of this word. RSVP, that's important, is a French word. Répondez-vous, répondez s'il vous plaît. Répondez s'il vous plaît. This initialism comes from the French for please reply. It is used on invitations to parties and events and is intended, as it says, to be responded to with a yes, we will attend, or no, we will not. So this is written in invitation card. Tel means telephone. Temp means temperature or temporary. Vet means veteran or veteranian, that is related to livestock. Easy means exempli gratia, Latin. English, for example, I eat est, Latin. In English, in other words. AD Anno Domini, Latin. In English, in the year of our Lord. CE, AD calendar is now known as CE, means common era. BC means before Christ, not BC means before Christ. AD someone by mistake said after death, that is wrong. BC means before Christ. Now it is known as BCE, before Common Era. IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. MLA, Modern Language Association. APA, American Psychological Association. These are the abbreviations. Now what is eponym? Eponym, a real or mythical person from whose name the name of a nation or institution, etc. is derived. For example, Sir William Penn, father of William Penn, is the eponym of Pennsylvania. Another meaning of eponym, a noun, it's a noun or name derived from a person's name. For example, boycott. The word boycott has come from the name of a person, Charles C. Boycott. So these are the eponyms. When a word comes from the name of a person or any special thing, that is eponym. Synonym, you know, same meaning. There are some examples. Alike means same, attractive, appealing, awful, terrible. I have given here because you have to practice more synonyms to improve your vocabulary, nothing else. You know the meaning of antonym also. Antonyms are words with opposite meanings. Here's on a few examples. You will do more practice from grammar book. Ancient means modern, arrive means depart. Opposite is modern, ancient, opposite is modern, arrive, opposite is depart, individual is, opposite is group. Now what is derivatives? That is important to improve your vocabulary actually. Derivatives are words formed from root words. They are often used to transform their root word into a different grammatical category. For example, making a verb into a noun. That means when we change from noun to verb, verb to adjective, we get new words. That is, new words are called derivatives. The words we get from a root word, their new words are called derivatives. There are two types of derivatives. Primary derivatives are formed by making some change in the body of the simple word, like advise, advice. Only S is changed. Advise is verb, advice is noun. Sit is verb, sit is noun. You see a change inside the word. Belief is noun, belief is verb. A little change inside the word. These are called, primary derivatives. From the root word, we are getting the new words, that is the derivatives. But look at the secondary derivatives. Secondary derivatives are formed by an addition to the beginning, using prefix and suffix. When we use prefix, is added at the beginning of a word and suffix to the end of a word. For example, bed, a bed. This is the root word bed, a bed means on bed. A is the prefix here. Legal, illegal. You see, legal is the root word, illegal, ill is the prefix here. Antonym. To make antonym, we use this prefix. Social, antisocial. Anti is the prefix here. Social is the root word. Read, reader. You see, now this suffix. Er is the suffix. Read is the root word. Read, reader. Read is verb, reader is noun. Examine is verb. Examine, E is the suffix here. So if we add something at them, that is suffix. I think you know what is prefix and suffix. So this use of prefix and suffix, you can make new words from noun to verb, verb to adjective, and that will help you to improve your vocabulary. Now look at the home task. I think if you follow these, if you practice these things with any good grammar book, that will help you to improve your vocabulary, but must do these homeworks at home. Do more exercise on the voice change, especially the exceptional, peculiar ones. Keep on reading more and more English stories, articles, reading comprehension passages. Pick up every new word from the text you have read and try to form their derivatives, antonyms, synonyms. Use them in everyday language, either speaking or writing. That's very important. Look up your dictionary to find out at least 10 pairs of homophones and make sentences with them. Have you got the homework? Do more exercise on the voice change. Keep on reading more and more. Pick up every new words that you find in your text and try to know the derivatives, antonyms, and synonyms of those new words. And look up your dictionary to find at least 10 pairs of homophones and make your own sentences. I think you have got some idea that how you can improve your vocabulary. So thank you for attending the class. Stay home, stay safe, pray for all. Have a nice time. And actually at this time, it's a crucial time. You should not waste your time just sitting idly at home. Do a lot of work at home to improve your reading skills. As a student of honors first year, I think you will follow my lecture, and I will wait for you to attend my next class. I mean lecture number